Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. So I woke up today. I was just minding my business. Everything was going on just fine until I got this phone call, and I realized that, you know what, these guys are scammers, and it's happened like 3 times. But because this time I was with someone in the house, I quickly told them to rush, get their phone out and film. We missed the first part because it was so unexpected, but I told these guys to film, and we caught them live in action trying to scam me, a foreigner, telling me they sent me money. Okay, so this is what happened. I'm just chilling, okay? I woke up, I drank my water, I was taking my breakfast. Then I get a message, someone saying, oh, we've sent you cash to your phone. I'm gonna put the message right here. And I'm like, okay. Before I could even respond to that, a message comes back in and says this: we've blocked your line for 1 month. They actually said mouth. We've blocked your line for 1 month. I'm like, mouth? You mean month, right? Month, right? They didn't even go through their text before they sent it. They put a comma between the B and the L, so it's B locked. So I was like, you know what? Nah, I didn't even bother. Less than 2 minutes later, a phone call comes through. So I pick up because I didn't think it was the scammers. I was expecting something else from someone. I had ordered something that was being delivered. So I pick up, and this guy tells me, oh, madam, we sent money to your account. I'm like, okay. And you know what? This whole time, I do not even have a mobile money account. And they're telling me that they've sent money to my account, and now they've blocked my account. I'm like, okay. So I decide to play along. I'm like, why not? This is the 3rd time it's happening to me in Ghana. We have all these things happening all the time. Guys, I've been getting so pissed off at these guys, and it got to a point where I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me just play along. Oh, send the money, we're gonna block your account. I say, okay, then let me call MTN. They say, okay. The other guy is like, you wanna call MTN? I say, yes, I'm going to call MTN. He says, okay. Then he hangs up and then calls back again and pretends he's empty. This has just been insane. I'm like, why do people go to such lengths just to deceive people? You're saying you're calling me from MTN?
Yes, ma'am.
They said that you're saying they said that they sent money to my number.
Yeah, and we blocked your mobile money account.
Okay.
That is why we have called you. We are going to finish for you. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
we are very sorry. We are very, very sorry for any inconvenience. Okay.
Thank you.
So look on your phone. You are going to receive a message that we are using to open your account. Ayuba.
Okay.
Have you received any Ayuba message just now?
Yes, I've received Ayoba message.
Yeah, open the message. There is some numbers in the message that we are using to open your account. Have you seen the numbers?
Oh, yes, I've seen the number.
Mention the number.
This one that says Ayoba validation. What is Ayoba?
Yeah, Ayuba is MTN. We are opening your account. Okay. So mention the numbers inside the message.
Oh, okay. So
it's four numbers.
Yeah.
Mention it.
The number is 7723.
7723.
Yes.
Look at the numbers very well.
Yeah, 7723.
Look at it very well. It's not 7723.
But that's the message that has come from Ayoba.
The Ayuba, open it. Open the message. You see that there's 4 numbers starting the message.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Mention it.
It's 7723.
7723.
Yes.
It's not true.
Why? Okay, maybe it can be. Guys, what the hell? These guys say they can scam me. Ghana. I can't believe this. Oh my god. Guys, I don't know if I'm gonna call back. I'm trying to act a fool just to entertain these guys, but they're scammers. So this is the 3rd time they're calling. They called me the first time. They're like, oh, madam, we sent money to your account by mistake. I'm like, I'm like, okay. I wouldn't have picked up the number because they don't pick up numbers I don't know. But then I just ordered an outfit from April Nego, my friend. So she told me she's sending the rider. So I thought it's the rider, so I picked up. Oh, madam, we've sent you money by mistake. So I said, oh, okay, I'm just playing along with them. And then a friend walked in and I told her, please film. So do they think I'm a fool? So they also do this in Ghana. Scammers. Oh my God. Did you hear them? So, and then the guy called again. He had hung up, then he called again and said, oh, have you talked to MTN? I said, no, let me call them. And then the guy was like, oh, they've told us they've blocked your account. So I'm like, well, okay. And then they say, okay. Then I tell them, no worry, I'll call MTN. Then someone calls me from MTN. Oh, madam, you're calling you from the hot. I'm like, really? Do I look like I'm a fool? Like, really? But this is how they scam people and people actually fall for it. You know, my dad has been scammed by these people before. I know that you're watching, yeah. He's been scammed and it's very sad. I think they're gonna call like, did you see how mad he was when I said you see, this is the message that came. It said this is the code 0457. But I told them 7723. The guy's like, no, it's not the one. I'm like, that's the one. He got so pissed off.
Yeah, he did.
Like, he literally got so pissed off. He's like, why are you giving me the wrong number? But I played along. I hope they call again so we continue this video. Hey, Ghana. So this is not, does it happen in every country in the world? I'd like to know. I know it happens.
You have
in
MTN.
Kenya.
Okay.
No, not in MTN. The numbers that we have, Kenya numbers, like Safaricom and Airtel. And they say it's people calling you from prison. I don't know if it's also people calling you from prison
yeah.
Or it's Yahoo boys. But let me warn you guys, now people are educated and we know what you guys do. So if you're a scammer, don't call my number. First of all, where did you get this number?
Is that insulting me? When they find out you
when they find out you know who they are, then they get mad. Yeah. Like this guy, he literally just got really angry when he saw he realized something with him. Because if it's guys from MTN, they'll be respectful. They are taught customer service.
Yes, no matter what.
Exactly. You just deal. Him is now starting to get angry on the phone. I'm like, what the hell? You know what she's telling me? She's telling me that if it was MTN calling, the number calling would have been written MTN, not a random number. And then they say it's what's even Ayoba? What's Ayoba?
Is an MTN like an insurance thing?
MTN insurance for customers. And then she's even telling me, because the message was written Ayoba, she's telling me that that's the wrong spelling. You know what is really crazy about this whole thing is that I do not even have an MTN mobile money. It's not activated yet on on my MTN line, so that was just insane. And then I wouldn't have talked about this, but I think scamming is just getting on a whole other level. I know that it is difficult for us to now book tickets using our cards because of the scams going on in West Africa, because I think it's happened so many times. So measures had to be taken. So for Ethiopian Airlines, you have to go and pay cash. You don't, especially if it's a West African card, they don't allow you to make that payment, and it really affects us, those who need to use our card to pay to travel, because now we just cannot do that. It's really made life difficult for travelers like me and people who just want to use their cards to make online payment. It's really stressful. The other time Maya was extremely frustrated because anytime he wants to make a transaction, it's blocked. Tell him go to the office. So I don't know what your experience has been if you live in West Africa and you're trying to use your card to swipe. Also, this is not just a Ghanaian thing, obviously. My cousin in Kenya called me I think a week ago, and she was crying. When I tell you she was crying, and that's what just triggered me, I just had to do this video. She was crying and telling me that she just gotten a call. Her daughter has just had an accident and she's in hospital, and she was crying because she hadn't planned for that. She needs money to take the daughter to hospital, and they're telling her that she needs a surgery. I don't know, there's a blood clot somewhere, and she needs to send the money right that second. It's really bad. Oh my God, she was crying. Oh my God, she was crying, and I'm so close to her, so I felt so bad for her. It also almost brought me to tears. And then I told her, okay, you know, just get as much information as you can and then call me right back. Let me see what I can do to help. And then she went quiet for like maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Then she calls me back and she tells me, Trudy, I'm like, what? She's like, can you believe that those guys were scammers? I'm like, what? She's like, yeah. I was so worried. I've been calling everyone. The grandmother of the child, who is my cousin's mom, was now already out of the house heading to the hospital. She had called, you know, her hubby and her closest relatives and told them, you know, they're rushing to hospital. The daughter said, I've never seen her crying like that. Oh my God. Oh, it's like it's her daughter, her only child. So then she tells me, when she was about to send the money, she decided to call the teacher of the daughter because the daughter was in school. It was a school day. And the teacher says, oh, she's in class. She's right in front of me. What do you mean she's had an accident? Until the teacher had to give the daughter the phone. And the daughter was like, hi, mom, what's up? And the mom was like, I've just been told you've had an accident. And they're like, no, she's here. She's okay. And it hit her that she was being scammed. So thank God she didn't send any money, but they were telling her she needs to send 30,000 right away, right that second, and an emergency surgery needs to be done, you know. And it just freaked her out. And it was so sad that people can actually go to such lengths just to deceive people. That was bad. But thank God we were able to detect the lie before any money was sent. So I just want to know, have you guys, like, these scammers are evolving with time, you know, they're evolving and they're making life really difficult, and God help us, because sometimes they catch you when you're at your weakest point, you know. So I just want you guys to be careful out there when you're doing your thing. Just be careful, just be vigilant, and yeah, because they might come in other ways that you don't know. So that's what's up. It's been a crazy morning, but I need to step out because I'm gonna have a really busy day with it today. So I don't know if you guys wanna come with me. Do you wanna come with me for the rest of my day? Okay, let's go.
I make my text
About?
the sneakers.
I don't have sneakers.
Oh.
Our sneakers are like in our house. Yeah, here I didn't carry any sneakers.
Then I'll give you my boots because I brought sneakers.
Okay. How are you?
Fine.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, sometimes they get to me, but I'm used to it.
Wow. Cause
Yeah.
yesterday when I was like, hey, this life.
It's not easy.
It's
Everyone
not
has an
easy.
opinion. Oh, I saw a comment yesterday. Someone left a comment on my video. Now that you asked, do they get to me? This is what I saw. Someone left a comment. Oh, you forced Maya into marriage. You forced Maya to marry you, and that's. And I'm like, oh my God.
You got your head.
Yeah. I was like, wow.
How can someone
like,
say
I've
this?
gotten worse than that. So that was just like, oh wow, okay, that's a new one. So you see, and you keep going.
It was me. At some point it will get to me because I'll be like, what's all this? Like, why are they saying this?
Yeah.
But well,
But people have said worse. Like,
it's not easy to be in the limelight. Like,
yeah. The worst comment I ever got, someone left a comment. It was long ago, one of my first videos ever on YouTube. I was talking about my mom and how my mom passed away and how it's so difficult for me. Someone left a comment and said, hey, the worst thing I ever tell someone, oh, you're so ugly, and I'm sure your mom was as ugly as you. What? I'm like, and so many things, and I was like, gosh,
people are just, I think people are just
dead, rest in peace.
People are just on the internet
how can you
to
be
lay
so
their frustrations out,
you know?
So, but you know, some people are just on the internet to lay their
frustrations and things
and then
like
to
that.
accept people to just pull your strings and see
Exactly, to make
you
you
react.
Yeah, you just look at it and
But
say,
that
wow.
was, you were brave. I mean, if that was your first video and you were still able to push on,
Yeah, one of my first.
then
No, it was one of my first videos, but someone left a comment about 6 months ago.
Oh.
I just woke up in the morning, I was
you
happy.
saw it, and then
I
you
go
just
and I
woke up
said,
your day.
hey. I said, wow, okay.
Oh my God.
So
Terrible.
for me, that was the worst. Any other thing people say, I really don't
Doesn't get
care.
to you.
I am used to it.
Wow. Great, crazy. But I think some people do that to also get attention.
Yeah.
You know, when they leave such comments, they know people will go and look out for their page, and then maybe follow them, just go through their stuff to see. I like people intentionally do that, like negative publicity. Then one reason why, like, driving on the motorway is scary to me, or I don't like it, is because of the car in front of us, the fuel tankers.
I remember when I was learning to drive, when I see such cars, my heart just starts beating automatically. Like, they really scare you on the road.
And you know, in 2016, I was using my brother's car, Honda Accord, and at that time, when you go, there was a road going behind our car mall to the Sphinx Road, and there was a trailer coming like opposite me. It had failed its brake.
Oh no.
So it had veered off the road and it just was coming. I remember all the people were waving at me. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh
I just stood and I saw like the trailer was just coming, but thankfully I was able to swerve. So it hit the side of my bumper, so it moved the front bumper.
Wow.
And then for a very long time, when I was driving again, when I see those cars, so my left leg, I had black spots in my left leg. When I see those cars, then my leg would just be paining me. Like,
wow.
I think it was just my mental, my subconscious mind or something. But I really hate. I don't like driving on the road with the tankers. I have that feeling that what if it explodes?
I know, right? It's crazy.
Like, I'm like, hey, what if it explodes? Because you know there was an explosion in Ghana some time back at Circle. It's a long time. I was in uni then.
3 years ago, I was driving in Nairobi in the biggest road. Was not it's not the biggest, but it was thicker road, and I lost control of the car and I had a terrible accident. I think I would have died then, but thank God I didn't. I don't know how I survived, but somehow, just by the grace of God, because that was crazy. And since that time, I had a fear of driving. Like, I would just freak out when I'm driving. Like, I was just scared. It took such a long time to overcome the fear. And then I used to be scared of these big buses. There are big buses in Kenya that carry people. But with time, I got used to it. But it took time, so yeah, thank God. And they walked out like I wasn't harmed any part of, but the car was totally wrecked. It was totally wrecked. So what is
Thank God for life.
Yeah. I'm just telling her that someone told me that Ghanaian female drivers are the worst on the road. Like, they don't let anyone pass. You know, they're angry people on the road. So how true is that?
Oh, like, people say that a lot. Like, you know, when you're sitting in a man's car, and then let's say they see a lady driving, they go like, oh, Oba, meaning like a lady, she won't allow you go. So you have to wait. Like, they always, I don't know why people say that.
I've seen she let a woman pass. So then it made me remember that, especially if they see a woman wants to cross the road, they don't let them pass.
Not even crossing alone, like, even like a driver wants to enter. Like, you have to give way for a driver to, you know, sometimes the drivers are overtaken and they want to just come in front of you. So normally the females, we won't, I don't know why, but personally, like, my personal opinion, I think first of all it's about the fact that I'm staying in queue. You have left the traffic because we are all in a hurry. You have left passing the wrong side of the road, and now you want to enter. You want me to give you way to come in front of me. I won't allow you. And then sometimes too, maybe at the junction, you see how the car entered.
But you told me something very interesting.
And sometimes I think it's fear.
Yeah, you say some female drivers are just scared.
But some, you know, be like this. I've had a lot of instances when we go to the office. I'll let you talk to the marketing girls and you ask them. They'll go like, Meg, when you see her on the road, she won't see you. They always tell me that they've seen me, they are honking, I don't see them. When I'm driving, I'm just looking straight. So sometimes, you know, you're scared that, hey, what if I stop and then maybe I'll go and hit the car, or, you know, maybe it will scratch me or something. So, you know, it's okay. I'll go. I'll go.
I'm just saying she's focused. You guys are saying, oh, she's removing her hands from the wheel. She's actually focused.
Oh, yes, because if I'm removing my hands on the wheel, then it means that maybe we are in a slow traffic like this.
Yeah,
see, it's a traffic.
Yeah.
So, but you see, when we're on the motorway, I was just
focused and hands on the wheel.
No.
But do you think your experience is even the same with other female drivers, given that you drive a range? You know, people people fear your car. Say, hey, you don't want to hit that car because
yes. It's
expensive, you know.
Yes.
So, but for that car, say, so I can hit it. I'll just pay.
They will say, hey, like Range Rover, take your time, you go and scratch it, and it's a lot of money.
Exactly. Like someone ever scratched your car?
Oh, my Range? No. When I had the RAV4, I had a RAV4 back then, about 5 years ago. When on the N1 going to Akamo, like I was saying, I was in the traffic. Like you see how there's traffic now. I've stayed in the traffic from the traffic lights I've gotten, and then there was this taxi driver. He was just using the sidewalks, and he was like forcefully he wanted to come in, and I was like, I won't give you way. Like how they always say females are wicked. I won't give you way. He forced himself, and then he scratched my bumper. But my Range, nobody has scratched it.
Everyone is scared of such cars because
I'm not the one that's called. The first time when I started driving a Range Rover, it's big.
Yeah.
So I was going between. There were two cars parked. Like they had done a double parking. So because I hadn't driven such a big car before, I couldn't align properly, and then my mirror hit the truck. It was like two big trucks.
So did you pay them or did you run out?
Oh, nothing happened to their car. I spoiled my mirror instead.
Oh, okay.
So my mirror got spoiled, and then I just had to go and fix it. Oh yeah, and then the same truck, one trailer too, the same thing. Like what they do, they will never follow the traffic. They always want to use the sides. And then he hit my left mirror. That was my old Range Rover, but he fixed it. So there was a policeman just around. He was like, hey, Mumbra. We followed him to the police station. They lodged a complaint. The guy, it was actually a foreigner. He was not a Ghanaian.
Oh, okay.
It was a foreign, I don't know which company. It was not a Ghanaian. He was taking the load somewhere else. So he scratched, he spoiled the mirror. So he had to fix. At that time, it was like 1,000 cedis or so.
I totally get it. Like me, when I came and I started driving in Ghana, first of all, I wasn't used to driving the big car I now have, that my husband got me. So first of all, navigating that big car, and also given that you have to keep light in this country, all your focus has to be on the road. So you can imagine for a Ghanaian who is used to these roads, so is speaking the way she's speaking, they're not about
it's not
me.
Like we are not wicked though. The women, we are not wicked. We just don't want problem.
May tell Maya, don't scratch my car all the time. when I leave the country and I come back, I go round, and he actually scratched it. He scratched my car. When I came back to the country, the next day I was like, where is the car? He says, my friend had to go, or it needs, what is it called? Because I always tell him.
I wanted to choke him. The first, when he came to my house the first time, he scratched it. He told you.
Yeah. He told me he scratched the car. I told him, please drive my car carefully.
When he was driving out of the house, he just threw. I'm like, Maya, you spoiled your car.
I think that's what he didn't want me to know. Like fixed it when it was okay, then he admitted.
Because he doesn't want problem.
Exactly.
They say women, we talk too much.
Yeah, it's true.
Is it true? We talk too much?
Yeah. If we don't, who will?